Good morning, grade 9 learners. Yes, this not so new face is back. How are you today? Since the rainy season has started, I know your bed has gotten even more inviting. Hep hep! Rise and shine, ladies and gents. I am Teacher Elaine, your not so new live stream teacher. Keep calm and use the language as you join me to dig deeper in English today, here at Valenzuela Live. Make sure that you have your learning packets ready so you can follow as I guide you in your tasks today. Moreover, you will be needing your handy-dandy pen in taking down notes during discussion. For your most essential learning competency, we have judge the relevance and worth of ideas, soundness of author's reasoning, and the effectiveness of the presentation. This is Quarter 4, Module 3, Judge the Relevance and Worth of Ideas Presented, written by Ms. Sheila Mi S. Lorta from Mapulang Lupa National High School. Look outside. It has been cloudy this morning. I believe the rainy season is better than sunny. What do you think? Hey, I think it is the best time to go out. Aha! Remember that my mom told me that Granny Annie has a new story for me. Also, I've been craving for her delectable chocolate chip cookies. Do you want to come with me? Come on, students. Lessons are not only restricted within the four corners of your room. Most of the time, the best lessons are acquired firsthand. Did you just say you were joining me? Oh, wait! These clothes are not cozy enough for me. Hang on for a minute, please. Now, I am ready. I'm sure Granny Annie will be very happy to see me with students like you. Just a few minutes to get to the bus stop. Hurry, so we won't miss it. Do you see that? There is an old woman waiting across the street. What should we do? A. Help the old woman to cross before catching the bus. B. Ask someone to help the old woman cross. Or C. Ignore the old woman and catch the bus. I want to see your answers below. Yes, we should help the old woman to cross before catching the bus. Wow, that was so thoughtful of you. We are perfectly on time. Let's hit the bus. Oh no, there is no window seat available. Is an aisle seat okay for you? Hey, nobody wants to give a seat to that pregnant woman. Where are the gentlemen of this generation? How insensitive. Anyway, I should do something. A. Give my seat to the pregnant woman. B. Shout to the men who are settled on their seat. Or C. Sleep in the bus and pretend I didn't see the pregnant woman. Of course, I should give my seat to the pregnant woman. Such a helpful one. Good job. We have reached the bus stop. Let's go. It's just a walking distance from here to Granny Annie's house. Shoot! A crying little girl is crying loudly over there. What should we do? A. Bring her to the police station. B. Give her a candy. Or C. Tell her to stop crying, then leave. I want to see your answers below. Did I hear you right? We should bring her to the police station. Her mother must be so worried by now. Let's go. The world may Be cruel sometimes, but choose not to be a part of such world. Choose to be kind, for no act of kindness is ever wasted. Sophocles once said, kindness begets kindness evermore. Finally, we are here at Granny Annie's house. Look how surprised is her dog to see us again. Oh, and Granny looks really happy to see us. Let's go inside her house.
Hi, Granny Annie.
Oh, how I missed your house. Nothing has changed here.
Bless you. Oh, you have grown taller, prettier than the last time I saw you. Are you hungry? I baked some of your favorite chocolate chip cookies.
I know, right, Granny Annie? Don't mention that. I am not yet hungry, but I would love to hear your new story.
Oh, the story. Are you ready for it?
Born ready, Granny.
Before I tell you the newest story I have, you must pass this challenge first. You need to answer 8 questions correctly. If you do, you'll see the title of the story.
Oh, challenges! This makes me even more excited. Can you help me answer this vocabulary challenge? I will give you Granny Annie's chocolate cookies if you do. Anyway, I'm cutting down on carbs today. Can we have a deal? Okay, let's get the rock rolling. We need to give meaning of the underlined word for each sentence. Are you ready? 1. The bag strap broke with a single tug. A. Force. B. Pull. C. Seal. D. Shoot. What do you think is the answer? Use the comment section, please. Did you say B. Pull? You are correct. Here's the second. She bent down enough to permit him to stoop and pick up her purse. A. Allow. B. Keep. C. Push. Or D. Worry. What is your answer? If you key in A, allow, that is perfect. Such a piece of cake, right? Is this your challenge, Granny? Well, no sweat. Number 3. She bent down enough to permit him to stoop and pick up her purse. This time, the underlined word is stoop. Is it A, walk, B, run away, C, go home, or D, bend over? What does stoop mean? If you answer D, bend over, that is right. You are ruining this challenge. Ladies and gents, I wonder where these letters are leading. Number 4. Will you stop bothering me? A. Whispering. B. Annoying. C. Stealing. Or D. Needing. What is your answer? The correct answer is B. Annoying. Not even challenging, Granny. Then, what does that mean? Here's number 5. He looked as if 14 or 15 years old, frail in worn-out shoes and jeans. A. Strong. B. Tough. C. Delicate. Or D. Athletic. What does frail mean? Did you say C. Delicate? Exactly! The cookies, learners. 6. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his face. A. Perspiration. B. Tears. C. Rain. Or D. Water. What do you think? If you key in A for inspiration, you did well. More letters are coming here. Number 7. He might snatch the stick from her and use it against her. A. Trick. B. Watch. C. Grab. Or D. Follow. Comment your answer below. The answer is C. Grab. We are down to the last question, learners. A. He frowned when he saw me. Then he shook his head. A. Grimaced. B. Ignored. C. Smiled. D. Laughed. What is your answer? If your answer is A. Grimaced, you got it right. Wow, that was perfect. You guys are vocabulary masters. What? Thank you. Granny, I know you appreciated that I visited here today, but I really want to know what the story is all about.
Thank you, ma'am, is the title of the story.
Did you say cookies? Did I hear you right? Oh, you must be so hungry. Wow, you finished a plate of cookies? Now, are you ready to listen to Granny Annie's story? Finally.
You chose to trust someone who's wrong? You will witness how a complete stranger trusted someone who did wrong. For that, let me tell you about the author. He is Langston Hughes. James Mercer Langston Hughes was born in February 1, 1901 to May 22, 1967, was an American poet, social activist, novelist, playwright, and columnist from Joplin, Missouri. One of the earliest innovators of the literary art from old jazz poetry, Hughes is best known as a leader of the Harlem Renaissance. What is Harlem Renaissance? Watch this, youngsters!
The Harlem Renaissance is one of the most iconic cultural periods in African American history. Throughout the decade of the 1920s, Black writing, art, and music flourished, ushering in a cultural revolution that rocked the United States.
One of the most important factors that accounted for the rise of what we know of as the Harlem Renaissance is the migration of Black peoples from the South to urban centers like Harlem.
The Jim Crow era began after Reconstruction, and every Southern African American had to think about, what should we do? Should we go or should we stay? For many of these people, it was a matter of life and death, literally.
Sometimes in the most repressive times, we create the most extraordinary art.
In this episode of Black History for less than a minute, hosted by Henry Louis Gates Jr., with additional commentary from Barry Griffin and Brent Hayes Edwards of Columbia University, and author and journalist Isabel Wilkerson, premiered in January 2020. We look at a new generation of Black people whose bold commitment to artistic expression will forever live. Oh, I am surprised that you know these people.
Granny, I know some artists like Louis Armstrong, Dee Wellington, and Bessie Smith began to progress at this time.
Exactly. The Harlem Renaissance is a facet of a larger movement that is called the New Negro Movement.
The Harlem era also saw the burgeoning of the literary works by and about African Americans such as Langsung Hughes, and Zora Neale Hurston.
Going back to the author, he began writing poetry when he was in 8th grade and was named class poet by his classmates. Don't worry, that's not COVID. He dropped out after attending a year in Columbia University, which was paid by his father for him to study engineering, only to continue his writing career. The Negroes of Rivers was his first major published poem at the age of 18. Now, are you ready to listen to my new story? It was about 11 at night and a woman is walking alone. She was a huge woman with a huge bag that had everything in it. It had a long strip and she carried it slung across her shoulder. Suddenly, a boy ran up behind her and tried to snatch her bag. The strap broke with a single tug. The boy lost his balance and fell to the ground instead of taking a full blast.
Pick up my handbag. Pick it up now. Now, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Yes.
What did you want to do it for?
I didn't think.
Such a liar.
Other people stopped and looked at the scene.
Will you run if I turn you loose?
Yes.
Then I won't turn you loose.
I'm very sorry.
And your face is dirty. Is there no one home to tell you to wash your face?
No.
Then it will get washed tonight. You ought to be my son. I would teach you right from wrong. The least I can do now is to wash your face.
I just want you to turn me loose.
But you put yourself in contact with me. When I get through with you, sir, you are going to remember Mrs. Luella Bates Washington Jones.
They put him in half-nuts and hold of his neck and dragged him to her house. Finally, she released him.
What is your name?
Roger,
Roger. Go to that sink and wash your face. Here's a clean towel.
wanna take me to jail?
Not with that face. I was trying to get home to cook when you snatched my handbag. Are you hungry or have been hungry? Have you eaten dinner?
There's nobody home at my house.
Then we'll eat. I believe you are hungry or have been hungry for stealing my handbag.
I wanted to buy a new pair of blue shoes.
You didn't have to snatch my handbag to get new shoes. You could have asked me.
Huh?
The water was dripping from his face as he looked at her. There was long pause.
I were young once and I wanted things I couldn't get. Thought I was going to say but didn't. You thought I was going to say but I didn't steal someone's handbag.
Now, do you need somebody to go to the store, maybe to get some milk or anything?
Don't believe I do unless you just want sweet milk yourself. I was going to make hot chocolate.
That will be fine.
He ate some beans and ham, ate a chocolate drink, and set the table. The woman didn't ask the boy anything like where he lives or his boss or anything else that would embarrass him. Instead, she told him that about her job in a hotel beauty shop that stayed open late.
Eat some more, son.
After they finished eating,
Here, take this 500 pesos and buy yourself a new pair of blue shoes. Next time, do not make the same mistake again, because shoes that come from evil acts like that will burn your feet. I need to get dressed by now. Good night. You behave yourself, boy.
Thank you, ma'am.
the boy wanted to say more than thank you, ma'am, but he couldn't do. As he looked back to the huge woman, he managed to say thank you again before she finally shut the door and Roger never saw Mrs. Jones again.
That is such a moral-packed story, Granny Annie. I hope the world has more of Mrs. Luella Bates Washington. Do you want more chocolate chip cookies? Let us answer these questions while Granny Annie prepared a new set of sweet treats. Here's number 1. When I get through with you, sir, you're going to remember Mrs. Luella Bates Washington Jones. What does this line tell you about her character? A. She's a vulnerable woman who needs to look after too. B. She's intimidating and does not allow anyone to take advantage of her. C. She is compassionate and very caring to others. Or D. Is cruel and rude, for she certainly let no mistake serves its punishment. Key in your answer below, students. Did you say B? That is right. Oh, you will do everything for the cookies, won't you? 2. What do you think was Roger planning to do when they arrived at Mrs. Jones' place? A. He was planning on stealing her handbag again. B. He was planning to take a shower. C. He was planning to run to the door and escape. Or D. He was planning to prepare dinner for the woman for what he had done. Of your answer, people. The correct answer is B. This Roger said as he chose to trust Mrs. Jones. Here's the third question. After the boy attempted to steal her handbag, she did not turn him to the police or try to punish him. What does this imply about Mrs. Jones' character? A. He has compassion and she cares deeply about others. B. Doesn't want to be bothered during her sleeping time. C. Is vindictive and spiteful. Or D. Tolerates malpractices and juvenile delinquency. I know you will get it correctly very once. If you key in letter A, you are fantastic. You might think that Mrs. Luella Bates Washington Jones is aggressive. However, in the story, she was revealed as a compassionate adult woman. Number 4, Mrs. Jones heated some meat and ham, made chocolate drink, and set the table. What do these actions signify? A. The woman is barren and she is alone at home. B. She is into cooking and eating with other people. C. She's a woman with honor. D. She has a motherly figure and enjoys taking care of Roger. What do you think? If you answer D, you are right. It implies that she's a caring mother. Number 5. How did Roger feel about the woman after his encounter of her that night? A. He respected the woman and had gratitude for her kindness. B. He did not trust the woman's behavior that night. C. He was amused with the woman's courage and intimidating character. Or D. He was angry with how she confronted him that night. Comment down your answer. Did you say A? Perfect. He was grateful to Miss Jones after the encounter. Congratulations! You did great, learners!
What is the moral of the story?
First, don't judge a book by its cover. Remember, appearances do not define people. Second, kindness begets kindness. You know, no act of kindness will ever get wasted. So, choose to be kind. Oh no, it's time to go back to our virtual classroom. Thank you, Granny Annie, for a wonderful story, and see you again. The Lord keeps you safe and sound. While we go back to the classroom, I am giving you the opportunity to raise questions in the comment section. Well, we are back in this not so cozy outfit. We have the first question from Linguna National High School. What inspired Langston Hughes to write "Thank you, ma'am"? Such a great question. Langston Hughes wanted to strike a perfect balance worth the racial and moral elements of the story. Hence, the characters he used are unmistakably African American. But the story is not about stereotyping nor racism against African Americans. Also, Langston Hughes grew up with his maternal grandmother, where his parents separated when he was a boy. Probably, this story is a tribute to his grandmother. Oh, such a sweet grandson. The next is from Kanumay East National High School. How does Mrs. Jones' kindness affect Roger's future? Forgiveness, kindness, and empathy have a positive impact on a person's life. In Langston Hughes' "Thank You, Ma'am", the protagonist Roger is changed when Mrs. Jones showed him kindness after he attempted to steal her purse. More so, this impact can change Roger's future. Who knows? He will not make another wrong decision of grabbing things which do not belong to him just to get what he wants. I hope you are contented with such answers, ladies and gents. Hence, the generation of Black writing, art, and music flourished. It is because of the migration of Black people from South to urban places like Harlem. Langston Hughes, also known as the leader of Harlem Renaissance, wrote "Thank You, Ma'am". And "Thank You, Ma'am" taught us that one cannot make judgments based on appearances. Is it really time to go? Anyway, thank you for joining me visit Granny Annie to hear her new story. That was really fun. I would also like to thank our technical support teacher and our teacher moderator for supporting me in the making of this learning resource. I am much grateful for Miss Nancy Lim and Sir Mark Kevin Punyal for being my voice talent. I am Teacher Elaine. Thank you for digging deeper in the language with me today. See you again here at Valenzuela Live, where distance is never a hindrance to learning. Keep calm and stay happy, learners!